Man, can you believe that we've already got like 3 new gameplay trailers for Pokemon Legends ZA, and we still have no idea what the heck Zygarde is doing in Lumiose City? Obviously, I wouldn't want the answer to be revealed so soon before the release date, but I'm having the darndest time trying to peg why this dog is running around the city. Of course, with Pokemon Legends ZA taking place in the modern day, possibly a few years after the events of Pokemon X and Y, this game is meant to be the Z version that we never got. Zygarde did have a major role in the anime, which is some unparalleled peak fiction, but when it comes to the video game canon, all we've really seen of this Pokemon was that it was inside a cave, and then before we knew it, we were on to the next generation that filled in the gaps with the complete form as well as Ash Greninja. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, we were introduced to Zygarde and the whole mechanic of these cells in different forms by Dexio and Cena, Professor Sycamore's assistants. There really isn't all that much of a story that you would expect with the third legendary Pokemon. I mean, there is some stuff going on, but the world and universe-ending events in this game are reserved for the box art legendaries. But like I said, I feel this was mostly to bring ideas into the video games that didn't have their own entries already. But now with the power of the Legends series, we can go back and flesh it out. It makes it a little weird trying to fit things together with the canon of Sun and Moon now, but I really wonder if these games are potentially even set farther in the future than Legends ZA, given that we have significantly aged up versions of some characters. Who really knows? For now, I want to have a little chat about just what Zygarde will be up to. The last 2 Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch have featured large areas to explore and give the player access to various ride Pokemon in order to traverse them. Koraidon and Miraidon were capable of travel across multiple types of terrain, so a Pokemon like Zygarde that inherently has different forms seems like the perfect Pokemon to be our buddy. But it can't be that simple, can it? For one thing, we haven't seen any footage of it in any form other than 10%, the one meant to move quickly and scout things out. By the way, in case you didn't know, Zygarde is a Pokemon made up of little cells that all come together. And while there are many cells across the entire region, heck, technically the entire world, they only come together around a core. We first saw the main Zygarde core in the anime. There were actually even 2 of them, and they were their own little characters. But the truth is that there are 5 cores in total, corresponding to the 5 colors inside the chest on Zygarde Complete, and then also in Sun and Moon we got the confirmation that there were 5 cores. Interesting number, because if you'll remember back to Legends Arceus, there were 5 noble Pokemon that we had to battle across the 5 major areas of the Hisui region. And now looking at the map of Lumiose City, hey, what do you know? There are 5 major sections surrounding Prism Tower in the middle. I think it's reasonable that this will be our main form of progression throughout the main story of the game, collecting Zygarde cores through some means until we have all of them needed for whatever the final battle will entail. But why exactly is Zygarde even in the city? And if what I proposed is the case, why are the cores separated like that? Maybe solving some issue in each section gains a little more trust from Zygarde and they impart more of their cores in our care? Maybe some of the cores are trapped or held captive and we have to rescue them? I know we're already extremely suspicious of Quasartico, but would they really try to harm Zygarde? The main thing that's kind of throwing everything into question is the information about the Battle League from one of the most recent trailers. I don't think this will just be a fun little side feature. I think this is effectively the main way to progress through the game. I mean, trainer battles are the typical thing we do in between major events, so it could also serve as a way to track our progress and unlock certain other areas. I do think that we're still a trailer or 2 out from being told that they're like berserk Pokemon or something tied to whatever weird things are brewing beneath the surface of the city, so I could see that as a way to cause trouble that we as the player would need to solve. Definitely, I think that the Lumiose we're shown during the day is very different from the true nature. I am really leaning into the idea that overall Quasartico isn't the villainous organization, but it could be possible there's corruption in their ranks doing some kind of weird experiment on something that has Zygarde all worried about the order between people and Pokemon, and only alongside the hero can they save the day. But those are just some quick thoughts in the wake of all the trailers we've been getting, so let me know your ideas. I definitely had to remake some kind of discussion on the topic because back when I thought Pokemon Legends ZA would be taking place in the past, I definitely got some things wrong. So let me know what you think in the comments about the trouble that could potentially be brewing and what Zygarde plans to do about it. Overall, I really do think that that is kind of the main thing. There's probably something definitely going on with some sort of technological control affecting Pokemon. So yeah, for now that's my theory. In this technological utopia, technology is probably going to be the bad guy, causing Pokemon to go crazy, and we have to team up with Zygarde to solve the problem. Anyway, I should get back to preparing to battle every single person and Pokemon in Lumiose to keep it safe. Thank you to every channel member for your continued support, including the Great Gators. Who else but Zane, Q-Tesk, Alive R360, Starved Rock 314, Mobile Empire, Boatloads of Dope, Juan Moran, Sebun, King, Wafers, Alex Switch Shiny Hunts, Tyler Hopper, Lockadox, Koi 13, Cemetery Hill, Cosmo Zero, Cheez It 62, Gator Kid 509, TF, Mathaclog 947, Tajiri, Justin R, Phantom, and Quago. If you would like to support, see your name here, get access to emotes for comments, live streams, sometimes early videos, and hey, our new podcast, which I'm finally getting caught up on, you can become a channel member today. You can also follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky as well for more memes. Anyway, this is GatorX, and I'll catch you all later.
Het is tijd voor epische nieuwe avonturen in Pokémon X en Y. Vang en train nieuwe Pokémon en zet ze in tijdens gloednieuwe gevechten. Ontdek meer mogelijkheden dan ooit om je droomteam te vormen en samen de top te bereiken. Het is tijd voor Pokémon X en Y. Vanaf 12 oktober voor Nintendo 3DS en Nintendo 2DS.